buddy, my friend from the NFL Game Day Morning, Dallas Cowboys. Let me get this right. Hold on a minute, Michael Irvin in the Hall. You've been in the Hall of Fame 11 years now?
Isn't that crazy? I've never missed a trip here either.
11 years ago was that speech. Get up, stand up.
It's amazing.
Don't ever give up.
It is amazing when you think about how time flies. I was joking with Urlacher in there today. You know, got Urlacher, Randy. I remember calling Randy as a rookie. I remember playing Urlacher in basketball as a rookie. He was dunking from the free throw line. I was like, oh my God, it's a linebacker dunking from the free throw line. It is definitely time to get out of this NFL game. When you saw that kind of stuff, man. And even guys like Ray Lewis and B-Dog. You know, Ray Lewis, I remember him coming in the University of Miami.
That's right.
Another year. The University of Miami. And now we're talking about we're in the Hall of Fame.
Did you and Sam take a picture together?
No, we didn't talk. We didn't talk. We should have done that. We should have grabbed all the Miami guys. Jim Kelly.
Ted Hendricks is here.
We should have.
We saw Jim's here.
Jim spoke great. Jim closed the meeting today, speaking, and did a beautiful job, man.
Can you? I know you don't want to talk exactly what I'm down the road.
Yeah, I'll give you a circumference of what he was cheering and everything. He was talking about just what it means to him. And he shared with us, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, that he has another surgery coming up. You know, and you could feel the room, the weight in the room fall because you're looking at him and you talk like, man, he has another surgery coming up. And he said these things. He said, you know, whatever happens in that surgery and whatever happens, I want you to know that being in this room, it's been some of the greatest times in my life. You know, and if God see fit to take me anytime soon, I wanted all of you guys to know that, what you all meant to me. And it just, you know, it was pretty touching to hear him talk. It was pretty touching to hear him talking. And it's always, that luncheon is always an incredible moment. And certainly that was, because we had just talked about the guys that we've lost this year, and then he stood up and started talking, and it was just touching.
And he wrapped it up, huh?
Yeah, he wrapped it up.
Yeah, who could speak after that? Wow, Irv. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's a brotherhood of men making this sport, you know, what it is and how it's remembered. And that's what I love about this weekend is it also starts a whole new season. You know, remember the past as the present and the future gets discussed. Who runs it in there?
Well,
because I know Deacon's
right.
Passed a few years now.
Yeah, and
who runs it? Is it
Willie Lanier runs it right now, and he's been moderating it for the last few years and everything. So you know, and he'll pick a person to kind of pass the mic around, and you have to stand up, give your name and your class, and we all take turns welcoming in the new class. And sharing personal stories about whatever we know about the new class. You know, Chris Carter spoke about Randy Moss coming in to Minnesota, and that was it was very touching. He said, man, how Randy just made him better. He said it was the first time he stepped on the field and looked at a football player and thought, this dude is better than me. And he said, you know, it was late in his career, but Randy gave him a lot of energy. It was just an incredible moment. Rich, and I'm going to say this, you know, because as I spoke in that room and a few people spoke on it, that's what I was talking about, you know. And you can say what you will. There's no way T.O. gets this in Tennessee Chattanooga. It's impossible. It's impossible to get this in Tennessee Chattanooga. It's impossible for T.O. to feel what that feels like what we will feel tonight when these guys are walking through a gauntlet of all the guys that you've admired all of your life and looked at all of your life and wanted to mimic all of your life. You're walking through a gauntlet of all of those guys as they welcome you in to this unique fraternity and family. You can't get this in Tennessee Chattanooga. You cannot get it. We spoke about him in the room.
You did?
Yes, we spoke about him. I spoke about him, and I said, you know, there were some mixed emotions in the room. Because guys are worried about this becoming, or someone, this, you know, setting a precedent for people that now all of a sudden decide, I'm going to celebrate it over here, and I'm going to celebrate it over there, and I want to celebrate. my induction over there. And we had some mixed feelings about it in the room. People spoke pretty strongly because they felt that this was a knock towards them, not showing up, not being here, and disrespecting.
Returning Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Taking it personally that T.O. is not here.
You take it personally. Yeah, yes. And I understand that. I understand that. Because I made a commitment to all of those guys in that room, and a lot of us do every time we step up, that we will be here every year that God gives us good health to show up here, because that's what we owe these guys. You know, and going back and forth with this T.O. thing here the last few weeks, you know, I get a lot of people on my social media, and I'm
including Terrell Owens himself.
And T.O. and I'm going to be honest here, you know, and I get a lot of my people, Rich, African Americans, saying, well, T.O. doesn't know anybody, anything, and all of this, and he can do this. And I'm like, stop saying that. That's not true. You do owe people something. You owe your parents something. You owe your mother something. She bore you for 9 months. You owed her something. You owe her something. As an African American, we owe Martin Luther King something. We owe him something for the sacrifices they have made. We owe them something. As a football player, I'm the 15th of 17 kids. The 15th of 17 kids growing up in a damn ghetto of Fort Lauderdale. I owe the guys that came before me, I owe them something because they gave me an opportunity to play a game and make a living and pull my family up out of a hellhole. I owe them something. I can't, that's just wrong. It makes me raw to hear my people say that we don't owe anybody anything. Yes, the hell we do. And yes, the hell he do. And I wish he was here to get what he has earned in that room. And I hurt for him that he's not here to get what he has earned in that room. But we said this, and I spoke this. I said, I don't care what it is. Whenever he does walk in this room, he's family. And it's the thing that separates teams and organizations from family is if you're on a team or an organization, when things go bad, people start pointing fingers. But when things aren't right in family, everybody comes together. And whenever he walks in that room, we will hug him and we will be together and be complete.
Well, I mean, it takes two to make a hug, you know, and I think he wants to be in that room, though. I think he really does.
Yeah, and I hope he shows up next year.
He wants to be in this room, and he wants to feel that love from all of these people. I just think he could not be brought to look at some of the people in the room that he thought he should have been in before, including maybe, or sooner.
But that's one of the things
sooner,
we talk
including
about.
some in the class.
But that's one of the things we talk about. And we had a funny moment in there because, you know, we all talk about this team is forever, and we don't measure in this room, well, who's greater than who, and who's this, and who's that, who's the greatest, and all of these things. And we're all on equal ground in this room because we all have a gold jacket. And nobody, I never ever, I swear to you, it's on my mother and father's grave and all of life, I never ever heard one Hall of Famer to another say, well, I was the first ballot and you weren't. You were not. We never had, in my 11 years in that room, I never heard it. Because once you're in. Nobody talks about all of those things. And when I spoke, I said my thing that I hate most for T.O. is he's allowed a temporary pain to overshadow this permanent thing. Because this is permanent. This Hall of Fame moment is permanent. If he gives a speech in Tennessee, Chattanooga, whatever, it may live today, it may live a year, but it won't live forever. It won't live forever. When you give a speech here, it will live forever. And it's important to live forever because when he's dead and gone, his great-great-great-great-great-grandkids will be able to see it. His great-great-grandkids will see his moments, see his bust, see his jacket, and say, man, what's in him is in me, and I can do great things. And that's what it's all about. It's about him inspiring them. Don't be so caught up on the fight between these reporters or writers that you miss the fight for your generation, for generations to come in your family and what I call generational blessings towards your family.
Do you think that's all that it is? Is the reason why he's not here? Have you spoken?
I talked to him, before I went on, and I haven't spoken to him since.
Before you went on the NFL Network.
Before I went on the NFL Network, and I think he got upset.
I saw his tweet.
Yeah, I ended that with, because I ended it with, I know T.O., he showed up, when he didn't get in with the gold jacket that he had paid for, with all of his records on. And it baffles me. How do you buy your jacket when you don't get in, but when you do get in, you the real jacket, you say, nah, I don't want that. That's just hard. And we pray for him and we love him and we're looking forward to him walking in that room one day.